Hi classmates, this is your classmate Chopet, and for today, we are going to discuss quadratic formula. Now, if you are new to this channel, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for all the updates in our lessons in mathematics. So let's get started. So here is our quadratic formula. So if our variable is letter x, so we will write x equal to negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this one is what we call our quadratic formula. So quadratic formula is used in all types of quadratic equation. This means that quadratic formula can solve all types of quadratic equation. So let's have our first example. You have x squared plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. As you can see, this equation can be solved using factoring. But let us try to solve it using the quadratic formula. So the first step in solving quadratic formula is to identify what is our value for our a, b, and c. But make sure that your quadratic equation is already in the standard form. So our example is already in the standard form. So we will just identify what is the value of our a, our b, and our c right away. So let us now identify what is the value of our a, b, and c. So our letter a is beside our x squared. And as you can see, there is no number beside our x squared. So therefore, automatically, that number is 1. Next is our number that represents the letter b. So in that case, that is the positive 4. So we will write 4. And lastly, our c will be our constant, and that is the number 3. So here is now our numbers that we are going to represent or substitute in our formula. And that is in our step number 2. So now, let us proceed with our step number 2. On our step number 2, we are just going to replace all the letters in our formula with their corresponding numbers. So let us copy. X will be equal to, so the negative b will be replaced by 4. That's negative 4. Then copy plus minus square root. Then b will be replaced by 4 again, squared minus 4. Then a replaced by 1. And c will be replaced by the number 3. All over, we copy our 2 and replace a by 1. So this is now our second step. Since we already substitute all the letters with their corresponding numbers, let us now simplify our equation. We copy x and copy negative 4, copy the plus and the minus, then square root. Now since we have to simplify our discriminant, so that will be 4 squared, that will become 16, and negative 4 times 1, that's negative 4, times 3, that's negative all over 2 times 1, that will be 2. Simplifying more the equation, it will be x equal to negative 4 plus minus, then 16 minus 12, that is square root of 4 all over 2. And now, we can separate the plus and the minus. So, if we are going to separate that, that will be x negative 4. So, using the positive first, that's positive. Then you get the square root of 4, that is 2, and divided by 2. So solving this one, you have negative 4 plus 2, that will give you negative 2 divided by 2. Then negative 2 divided by 2, the answer is negative 1. So your first value for your x is negative 1. Now, let us use the minus or the negative. So we have, copy the negative 4, minus, then you get the square root of 4, that is still 2, divided by 2. Since both of them are negative, simply add the numbers and copy the negative sign. Negative 6 divided by 2. So negative 6 divided by 2, the answer to that is a negative. Therefore, the other roots of x squared plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0 is negative 3. So that is how you are going to solve using the quadratic equation. And let us try to have our second example. What if we have 2x squared minus 7x minus 4 equal to 0? So again, our step number 1 is to identify the value of our a, b, and c. So we are going to write here for our a, that is 2. And for our b, we always copy the sign before our number. And that is negative 7. And our c also will be negative 4. After we identify the value of our letters, we are now going to substitute it in our formula. That will be our step number 2. So we have negative b. So we have the negative. Copy first the negative, then followed by the negative 7. So be very careful with this one. Your negative 7 is a separate entity from the negative symbol. Do not write like this. If you write like this, that is considered that your b is a positive 7. So be very careful with that. So if your b is a negative 7, there should be a negative first, followed by the negative 7, because that is your letter b. Then followed by your plus and your minus symbol, then the square root of, substitute all the letters with their numbers, 4, then your a is 2, and your c is a negative 4 divided by 2 times 2. So, since you already substituted all the letters with their corresponding numbers, let us simplify our equation. So we have x is equal to negative times negative, that will become a positive 7, and copy the plus and the minus and the square root. So negative 7 times negative 7, that will become positive 49. Then you have a negative times a negative, that will be a positive. Then 4 times 2, that is 8. And 8 times 4, that is 32. All over 2a. That is 2 times 2, that will become 4. Now, simplifying more of the equation, we have x equal to 7 plus minus square root of 49 plus 32, that is 81, all over 4. If we are going to solve now our equation, we are going now to separate the plus and the minus in our quadratic equation. So we have x will be equal to 7. Using the positive first, so that's plus. Get the square root of 81, and that is 9. All over 4. If we will have the negative, that will be x equal to 7 minus 9 all over 4. Simplifying the equation, we have 7 plus 9, that is x equal to 16 all over 4. And 16 divided by 4, the answer is 4. So this is now your first value for your quadratic equation. The second value will be 7 minus 9, so that's x equal to negative 2 all over 4. Now, since it is a fraction, it is always in its lowest term. So we have 2 and 4. If we will get its lowest term, divide the numerator and the denominator by 2, you will have negative 1 all over 2. So this is now the roots for 2x squared minus 7x minus 4 using the quadratic formula. Now, since you already know how to do the quadratic formula, I have here 4 practice problem to check if you understood this lesson. Now, if you don't, try to review the video and do it step by step. Before anything else, I would like to say thank you very much to all my students, to all my classmates who have helped me reach more than 1,000 subscribers. My heart is really thankful to you guys. My words are not enough to say how much I appreciate all your help. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I am very thankful. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for all your help. And always, don't forget, if you like our video, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for all our updates in lessons in mathematics. Until next time, peace. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.